Hello and welcome back to another Shadowlands Goldfarming video. Today we're taking a look at another 2x4 Hyperspawn Goldfarm in Revendreth. So yes, we are actually checking out a new gold farm, this time not in Bastion or in Ardenweald or anything like that. It's not skinning, it's basically just another 2x4 Hyperspawn farm where you're farming for cloth and epics. But this one is a lot better than the one in Bastion. If you've been watching my streams, we've been doing the one in Bastion a lot. So having another place to go is definitely good, and this one looks better as well, both in terms of gold per hour, kills per hour, and basically everything looks better. There is a lot more damage output though, as you can see we will die a couple of times from this, but yes, it's looking a lot better, and for reference, in Bastion we are getting about 40k gold per hour, steady through like raw gold, grey items, vendor stuff, green items, lightless silk, shrouded cloth, and so on. We are getting about 40k gold per hour steady in Bastion. From this one we are getting about 55k. That is a 15k difference, which is massive. And the location is in Revendreth, all the way up north, right next to a flight path, so it's very easy to get to. You just fly to this flight path, you can see right north of us right now. You fly there and the farming location is right next to it. So it's very easily accessible by pretty much everyone. And the reason they are hyperspawning is that it's connected to a Venthyr campaign quest, so they pretty much have a force spawn mechanic based on that. For anyone who doesn't know, any mobs that are connected to a quest or a campaign quest usually has a hyperspawn or force spawn mechanic, unless Blizzard intentionally nerf it to prevent things like this thing right here. So for this farm they have not nerfed this, and it's definitely something you can do right now. You're making more gold than the one in Bastion, which also means you're making more kills per hour than in Bastion. More kills means more raw gold, more lightless silk, more shrouded cloth, and least of all, or most of all, a even higher chance of getting epics. Basically, for the epics, let's say they have a 1 in 10,000 drop rate, which I think is about their actual drop rate. They have had a 1 in 10,000 before, so I wouldn't see any reason for them to have like a higher or lower drop chance right now. But let's say a 1 in 10,000 drop rate. If you're killing 3,000 mobs per hour, that means you will get 1 epic about every 3.3 hours-ish, right? Or 3.2 hours, something like that. About in that time-ish. So the more mobs you kill, the more epics you will theoretically make, or get, right? That's not like exactly how RNG works, but basically, the more mobs you kill, the higher chance you have of getting epics. And the more mobs you kill, the more gold you will make from the vendor stuff, the raw gold, vendor stuff, green items, and the lightless silk. So you are making more gold from this one than the one in Bastion. The location I showed you earlier, but I'll show you again in a bigger map as well, is right here, all the way north in Revendreth, and I added 2 arrows just in case, so you can't really miss where it is, right? That's where it is. You farm inside this small circle, and you just pull mobs. You will see exactly where to pull and stuff over here. Now I do want to give a massive shout out to Student for finding this farm, and while I'm giving a massive shout out to Student, I'm going to give another shout out to Student again for his 0 to gold making guide. Now this is an amazing guide for gold making, and you can get it through the link down below, and by using my code you save 50% when you buy it. Basically, it's a gold making guide consisting of everything from professions, gold farms, Shadowlands farms, and non-Shadowlands farms as well, like previous expansions, materials to farm, when to farm them, why they sell, and why they are good to have, when to buy, when to sell. It pretty much covers a bit of everything, and it's a complete guide to making gold in World of Warcraft. And if you want to check it out, you can check it out through the link down below in the description and a pinned comment. And if you want to buy it, it costs $20, but if you use my code, you get it for 10. So you save yourself money, and you help me at the same time, and you support 2 content creators by getting it. So check it out through the link down below, and use my code to save 50%. So basically this farm right here is in Revendreth once again. You are just pulling things, and you can see we're doing it with a monk. Basically we are 7 boomkins and 1 monk for the statue. I do think you can do this with 8 boomkins at some time, but you will see. We have already died once, right? So we take tons of damage, the damage output is quite insane, but once we get used to pulling and running around and doing stuff, it can be doable by 8 boomkins. And having 8 boomkins instead of 7 plus that monk will increase the efficiency because you can pull a little bit faster, deal a little bit more damage, and things will just die faster. So if we can get to a point where we can be 8 boomkins, it will increase the efficiency even more, but in terms of kills per hour, we tried to use Hyperspawn or like kill tracker to find out, but it didn't work for the test. But based on the 40k per hour from Bastion at 3.6k kills per hour, and here we're getting 55k gold per hour steady, I want to say this is like 5k plus kills per hour, making it a really good gold farm and a solid contender for like the best gold farm so far. I think 5k is around the values or the numbers we were getting in Ardenweald as well, for the Hyperspawn farms that got nerfed, so based on that, this one could end up getting nerfed as well at some point, since it doesn't seem like Blizzard wants us to hit that magical 5k kills per hour number, since they have nerfed every single farm that are 5k kills per hour so far. So definitely, if you want to take advantage of this and test it out, now is the time to do so. Go to Premade Group Finder, type in Revendreth Farm or BoE Farm and find one for Revendreth, and you will find a group easily. One thing I'll say though is that if you do want to farm this, there's 2 things you want to keep in mind. First of all, most groups will want you to be a boomkin or a monk. Basically, the groups are usually 1 monk with a statue and 7 boomkins. So being a boomkin will drastically increase your chances of getting invited to a farm. And second of all, make sure you have tailoring. Have tailoring, you really only need to have 1 skill. Have tailoring, grab the Shadowlands tailoring or cloth scavenging passive, which you can get at 1 skill from the tailoring trainer in Oribos, and that passive makes you loot more cloth. Basically, you will loot about twice as much cloth whenever you're looting, and since your main gold income or gold source from these farms are the Lightless Silk, like we just picked up 6 of them plus 2 of them, so our steady gold is coming from the silk. So having that cloth scavenging passive trait will increase your steady gold per hour while you're hunting for that jackpot, or just the epic items. So make sure you are a boomkin or a monk, preferably a boomkin, since every single group wants to have 1 monk and 7 boomkins. So being a boomkin will pretty much secure you a spot for these farms, and make sure you have tailoring and grab the passive to get more cloth while you're farming. After you've done that, you just make a group or find a group, you head to this location right here in Revendreth, and you farm. It is a very good gold farm. We're going to be testing it out a lot on stream once I get my streams back up. Basically, my PSU has been cooked, so I need to get a new PSU for my computer, so I've already ordered my PSU, we're waiting for it to arrive, and when it arrives we'll be streaming again and testing out this farm. So check out my Twitch, it's linked down below in the description. Thank you all so much for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you're able to make tons of gold from this farm, and that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.